Now we're going to talk about making an argument, which is the basis of a persuasive essay. You've probably been making convincing arguments since early childhood, but if family members and friends aren't always easy to convince, then imagine how much more difficult it will be to make effective arguments to those who are unfamiliar to you. It can be especially difficult if you're dealing with people who've never even met you. But there is a way to make it work. For starters, you need an arguable statement. An arguable statement needs to meet 3 criteria. First, it should seek to convince readers of something. Secondly, it should address a problem that has no obvious or absolute answer. And third, it should present a position that readers can have different perspectives on. Let's look at some examples. An arguable statement might be, video games lead to violent behavior. This meets our 3 criteria. It's trying to convince the readers of something. It can address a problem that has no absolute answer, and it presents a position that many readers have different perspectives on. This is in opposition to the unarguable statement, video games earn millions of dollars every year. Even someone who doesn't like video games or doesn't particularly enjoy playing video games can't really argue that they make a lot of money for the industry every year. So that does not qualify as an arguable statement. Once you have an arguable statement, you need to expand it into an arguable thesis. So to move from an arguable statement to an argumentative thesis, what you want to do is begin with an arguable statement, which in this example is, pesticides should be banned. That meets the 3 criteria for an arguable statement. Then you attach at least one good reason to your arguable statement. This example attaches the reason because they endanger the lives of workers. What this leads to is an argumentative thesis. Because they endanger the lives of workers, pesticides should be banned. That's a starting place for your persuasive essay. You have to make assumptions in order to support your argument. This is where the body of your paper is going to come from. So you need to develop the underlying assumption that supports your argument. Let's look at the example here. The example assumption is workers have a right to a safe working environment. Once you've established that assumption, it's relatively easy to find support to back up your statement that pesticides should be banned. So your essay becomes easier once you've identified this assumption, because what it will do is it'll help you gather evidence that supports your argument. No argument is going to be won without strong supporting evidence to back it up. So making an argument is not really as hard as it might seem. Start with a good statement, come up with some reasons, find your evidence, and you've got it done.